हमने अपने खाने के साथ रिश्ता ही गलत बना लिया है. Everything we do is around food because the nurture has to come from the inside. You are what you eat. Your body needs the 5 fingers of nutrition, as I call it. Carbs, proteins, you need fats, vitamins and minerals. हर मील मुट्ठी होनी चाहिए. खुलकर खाओ फिर भी वजन घटाओ. That's what they came up with the interpretation after reading my book. For every western superfood, हमारे Indian kitchen में उसका भी बाप बैठा है. Our grandparents were PhDs in nutrition without doing BSc in nutrition. Sugar is actually 8 times more addictive than cocaine.
करीना कपूर अपना पोस्टपार्टम वेट लॉस में कर्ड राइस और अचार खा रही थी. इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरी तो आपने भी देखा होगा. वेल दैट्स वेरी ट्रू कि एक्सपेंसिव फैंसी इंग्रेडिएंट्स की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है हेल्दी रहने के लिए. आज के व्हाट द हेल्थ एपिसोड में हमारे साथ है पूजा मखीजा, सेलिब्रिटी न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट, जिन्होंने रणबीर, दीपिका, सोनम जैसे लोगों को न्यूट्रिशनल गाइडेंस दी है. और इन्होंने हमें बहुत अच्छे से बताया कि हम क्या गलतियाँ कर रहे हैं एंड कैसे हम बहुत सिंपली हेल्दी रह सकते हैं और अपने वेट गोल्स अचीव कर सकते हैं. Hi Pooja, welcome to What the Health. I'm so excited to have you here today.
Thank you very much for having me on What the Health, because that couldn't be a topic I could ever say no to. So thank you for having me here.
And the reason I'm so excited about this episode is because I feel that food is the most misunderstood space. There's so much content out there. Ye khao, ye mat khao, etc., etc. And people have their own beliefs. In fact, we say this often here at Traya, that the worst advice you can give to someone is ki healthy khao. Because everyone has their own definition ki healthy hota kya hai.
Fair enough. I think it's the abundance of information, but sadly the lack of knowledge. Okay, because today everyone in their own right has become a nutritionist because they have either lost 4 kilos or 10 kilos or gone to a nutritionist or seen some results or taken some home nuksas and figured it out. So it's a sad space actually, because for a lay person they're just bombarded with so much information. So there's an overload, but there's absolutely a dearth of actual knowledge. So from every person, whether it's a teenager or a healthy young adult or an overweight, unhealthy adult, nobody knows who to listen to. Is because there is just so much out there.
I so agree. And that's why we started this podcast. हमने आपको इसलिए बुलाया कि how can we really explain and bring this knowledge out, rightful knowledge in the right way to people so that they can understand some of the most misunderstood things. So Pooja, tell me, सबसे ज़्यादा misunderstood चीज़ क्या है? आपके पास इतने सारे लोग आते होंगे, questions लेके, beliefs लेके, कि मैं ये करूँ या वो करूँ. So आपके हिसाब से सबसे ज़्यादा misunderstood या सबसे बड़ी कौन सी ऐसी चीज़ है जो लोग गलत समझ रहे हैं?
I think over the years हमने अपने खाने के साथ रिश्ता ही गलत बना लिया है. Okay, खाना या तो is my love or is my दुश्मन or enemy. I fall into 2 categories. या तो I live to eat, right? Or then food is just calories and food is diabetes and food is making me sick. So food is something I have to stay away from. So I have a love-hate relationship with food. Also, over the years, we have given food just too much importance. Because food has become the epicenter of life. Everything we do is around food. Celebrate करना है, चलो लंच पे चलते हैं. Sad हूँ, मुझे चॉकलेट खाना है.
वो छोड़ो, संडे है तो क्या करना है, खाने चलते हैं.
Family time spend करते हैं, चलो लंच पे चलते हैं. लॉन्ग लॉस्ट कलीग से मिलना है या लॉन्ग लॉस्ट फ्रेंड से कैचअप करना है, इट्स ओवर अ ड्रिंक और अ डिनर. $1 million डील साइन करने हैं, इट्स ओवर ड्रिंक्स एंड डिनर. सो वी, whether it's entertainment or it's killing boredom or busting stress or distracting from emotional distress, everything happens around food. And the 2 industries, sadly, don't care for each other. The food industry cares two hoots about our health. And sadly, your health industry cares two hoots about the food. Most doctors we go to will just give us a pill for an ill. ब्लड प्रेशर है, दवाई ले लो. डायबिटीज़ है, दवाई ले लो. यूरिक एसिड है, दवाई ले लो. कोई रूट कॉज पे जा ही नहीं रहा है. आपको बुखार है, क्रोसिन ले लो, सभी को पता है. बट इफ़ आई टोल्ड यू दैट मैं रोज़ एक क्रोसिन लेके काम पे आती हूँ बिकॉज मुझे रोज़ सुबह को बुखार आ जाता है, बट मैं क्रोसिन ले लेती हूँ तो मैं ठीक हूँ और मैं ये 20 साल से कर रही हूँ या 10 साल से कर रही हूँ, पीपल विल बी लाइक व्हाट्स द रीज़न फॉर फीवर. सो आपको डायबिटीज़ क्यों है, आपको ब्लड प्रेशर क्यों है, इज़ बिकॉज द रूट इज़ नेवर बीइंग एनालाइज्ड. द डॉक्टर इज़ नॉट आस्किंग यू व्हाट यूर ईटिंग, हाउ वेल यूर स्लीपिंग, हाउ यूर हाइड्रेटिंग. बस देयर इज़ अ पिल फॉर एन इल. सो बोथ इंडस्ट्रीज डोंट केयर फॉर ईच अदर, which is why most people are suffering, sadly.
पूजा, आई एम सो ग्लैड आपने ये बोला बिकॉज ये बहुत ही एक स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंटिमेंट है वाई वी स्टार्टेड त्राया. हम एक हेयर कंपनी है पर हम डाइट देते हैं. एंड आई एम एक्चुअली सरप्राइज्ड कि देर आर स्किन कंपनीज, हेयर कंपनीज आउट देयर जो फूड के बारे सोच ही नहीं रहे हैं, जबकि फूड इज़ सच एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट. यूजिंग फूड एज अ मेडिसिन to really heal things, issues with your hair and skin is so important.
Because till you're not giving the nutrition from the inside, nothing can show from anywhere.
Exactly, right? So let's start with that note, right? Why do you think people feel कि ये जो cosmetic चीज़ें हैं इनको मैं I can buy expensive skincare and have my skin routines and hair routines, but not understand कि मैं आंवला लगाने की जगह खा लूँगी तो probably it is a better approach.
I think we should look at this as an analogy as to जब हम केक बनाते हैं, okay, और उसको फिर बाद में उसको डेकोरेट करते हैं, राइट? आइसिंग लगाते हैं, उसको ब्यूटीफुल बनाते हैं, उनको बारबी केक बनाते हैं या ब्ला ब्ला केक बनाते हैं. टुडे मोस्ट पीपल आर वरिड एंड ऑब्सेस्ड अबाउट मेरा केक बाहर से कैसे दिख रहा है. Let's spend time, money, effort into making my cake look pretty. But everyone's forgotten how to make a tasty, healthy cake. बाहर से बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है, अंदर से it's tasteless or it's useless. So what are we trying to say? मुझे skin glow चाहिए, मुझे strong बाल चाहिए, मुझे strong eyesight चाहिए. But we're not worried about how we are nurturing these body organs from the inside, because the nurture has to come from the inside. You are what you eat. Okay? So if you're not going to eat right, you can't look right, you can't think right, you can't live right. It's as simple as that. So the idea here stems from going down to the basics. हम खाना इसीलिए नहीं खाते हैं क्योंकि मैं न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट हूँ और आप न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट नहीं हो. हम खाना इसीलिए खाते हैं कि खाएंगे नहीं तो मर जाएंगे. But most people don't think of food as nurture. Food is religion, food is fasting, food is feasting, food is bonding, food is swad and stress busting. That's where we are all going wrong. So forget the icing on the cake. I keep telling people, superfoods and glow और ये शो वो सब आएगा. पहले आप केक पे तो फोकस कीजिए. Go back to first making a tasty, strong foundation.
Very good point. Let's go to this foundation. Are there any simple छोटे fundamentals जो आपके basic principles है जो हर किसी को अप्लाई कर सकते कि ये 3 चीज़ें समझना ज़रूरी है या ये 4 चीज़ें when you are really working on this foundation of nurture?
So sadly, the diet culture is all about extractions or deletions or omissions. Okay, the minute you say I'm on a diet means मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें निकाल दी हैं मेरी ज़िंदगी से. That's what is a diet. And first and foremost, no one should diet, and so says a dietitian. Okay, so diet is the worst thing you can ever do to yourself because it is all about removal. Okay, and your body cannot survive with removals. Okay, if I'm going to say give your child less love to bring up a better child in the world, it's ridiculous. Food is love that you give to your every cell, and we have trillions of cells in our body, and each cell is doing a marvelous job. Even while we are sleeping, chit-chatting, chilling, watching TV, our body is working magnanimously 24/7, and how this body functions is God's miracle. And at every cellular level, it is just this act of me thinking and moving and thinking, and the words coming out of my mouth takes nanoseconds for it to process, and that's the magnitude of this human body. And food is the only way that you can provide anything voluntarily to this body, right? Even the air we breathe is not in our control. It is so said that the quality of air in Mumbai is equivalent to smoking 7 cigarettes, I'm told. I don't know how far that's true, but none of us have left Mumbai and ran off. We are still happily living right here, right? So even the air we are putting inside this body is not in our control. But the food जो हम खा रहे हैं वो तो हमारे कंट्रोल में है. So वो आप realize करें कि every bite is information. Okay? Food is information. Today's world, we know what is the importance of information, right? Information से AI बना है, information से दुनिया चल रही है, okay? Information overload हो गया है. But खाना आपकी body के लिए भी information है. Every bite can take you towards good health or bad health. And ये information को decipher करने में कोई rocket science नहीं है. Masters in nutrition की ज़रूरत नहीं है. छोटे से बच्चों को पूछ लो, उनको भी पता है हेल्दी क्या है, अनहेल्दी क्या है, जंक क्या है, हाउ वाई इज कोक बैड फॉर यू एंड वाई इज वाटर गुड फॉर यू. 2 साल के बच्चों को स्कूल में सिखाते हैं, बट हम बड़े हो के वो सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन भूल जाते हैं. बिकॉज वी डोंट ईट टू नर्चर, वी ईट फॉर टेस्ट. We lose the information interpretation as we grow older. But what we have to realize is just go back to basics. Your body needs the 5 fingers of nutrition, as I call it. ठीक है? Carbs, that's your roti, rice, bread, noodles, pasta. Okay, that's idli, dosa is carbs. It needs proteins. So carbs are your energy givers. Proteins are your warriors, or your immunity, or your growth, or your wear and tear and repair. Proteins come from your dals, pulses, legumes, chole, chana, rajma, a little bit from milk and milk products, nuts and seeds. And of course, chicken, fish, non-veg. If you're eating eggs, can give you your protein, your immunity boosters and your soldiers, as I call them. You need fats, and fats are not making you fat. Fat is essential, okay? That's another myth that most people think fat makes you fat, but wo galat hai. Fat is essential for your brain growth, for your joint health, for your protection. Fat is crucial. Then there are 2 brothers and sisters called vitamins and minerals. And sorry, fats come from our nuts and seeds, ghee, makhan. Okay, fats come from fats. And brothers and sisters, vitamins and minerals, these come from our fruits and vegetables. Simple. Simple सा फंडा है. हर मील मुट्ठी होनी चाहिए. That's called the fist of health. Every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, should be a fist. Then you have given the body what the body wants. Then you can expect what you want. Good hair, glowing skin, twinkle in your eye, no bone pain, no back pain, no diabetes, no blood pressure. Good energy, good immunity, good hormones, everything starts when you give the body what the body wants. We don't give the body what the body wants, but we expect everything from the body because my neighbor has it, Deepika Padukone has it, and Pooja Makhija says it. Doesn't work that way. It works when you give the body what it wants. So if you learn to pack a fist in each meal, you have done justice to your body. अब ये fist को modify करना ज़रूरी है. मेरे sugar levels high हैं तो carb quotient थोड़ा कम होगा. मुझे कॉन्स्टिपेशन है तो फाइबर कंटेंट थोड़ा बढ़ेगा. मेरे बाल ज़्यादा गिर रहे हैं तो प्रोटीन इंटेक थोड़ा ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. आई हैव जॉइंट हेल्थ और आई हैव पुअर मेमोरी तो मेरा फैट कंटेंट सोच समझ के खाना है. कहाँ से फैट आ रहा है, द सोर्स ऑफ फैट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट. सो फिस्ट बनाना ज़रूरी है. वो फिस्ट का थोड़े बहुत मॉडिफिकेशंस इन टर्म्स ऑफ परसेंटेज वाइज is a variable thing that occurs from person to person. इसीलिए हम कहते हैं कि diet or meal plans should be individualized. बट ये फंडा इंडिविजुअलाइज नहीं होना चाहिए. बच्चा हो, बूढ़ा हो, बड़ा हो, एथलीट हो, ओवरवेट हो, अंडरवेट हो, ये मुट्ठी बनाना ज़रूरी है. तो द फर्स्ट रूल दैट यू अप्लाई टू योर meal plan or weight loss plan is to ask yourself that am I giving the body what the body wants? Another very important way for you to decide कि ये diet अच्छा है या बुरा है is to ask yourself one simple question. क्या मैं ये जिंदगी भर कर पाऊंगी?
Wow.
वेरी वेरी सिंपल फंडा. अगर मैंने आपको बताया सलोनी कि मेरे पास एक ब्यूटिफुल घर है, इट्स अ ब्यूटिफुल घर, बड़े बड़े वाटरफॉल्स हैं, ब्यूटिफुल बर्ड्स आर फ्लाइंग, ब्यूटिफुल फ्लावर्स ऑल अराउंड, पीस है, क्लीन एयर है, गॉर्जियस है, लेकिन रोज़ घर जाने के लिए आई हैव टू क्लाइम अ माउंटेन, स्विम अ रिवर एंड क्रॉल अ फील्ड टू रीच होम. मैं इस ब्यूटीफुल घर में कितने टाइम तक रहने वाली हूँ? अगर आप एक ब्यूटीफुल बॉडी या आइडियल बॉडी या बॉडी वेट के लिए आप जो भी मील प्लान कर रहे हैं इतना मुश्किल है जैसे आप उसको माउंटेन क्लाइम कर रहे हो, रिवर स्विम कर रहे हो, तो आप उस बॉडी में कब तक बैठने वाले हो? अल्टीमेटली यू विल से टू गिव अप दैट ब्यूटीफुल होम. मैं 1 bedroom पैक्ड अपार्टमेंट में रहूँगी चुपचाप लिफ्ट के साथ, बिकॉज दैट इज ईजी एक्सेस. सो if the meal plan that you have chosen to get this beautiful body was a horrendous path, all the results will be washed out. So अगर आप ये meal plan हमेशा नहीं कर पाओगे तो उसको start भी मत करो. It's as simple as that. लेकिन अगर मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ खा पी के सारी मुट्ठी बना के बॉडी को न्यूट्रिशन दे के आप अपना वजन कम कर सकते हो, तो आप खा पी के उसको मेंटेन भी कर सकते हो.
I think I'm going to repeat this. खा के वजन उतर सकता है.
Yeah, I wrote a book. It's called Eat Delete. It was translated in 5 languages.
Wow.
One of the Hindi version is called खुल कर खाओ फिर भी वजन घटाओ. That's what they came up with the interpretation after reading my book. But that's what it is. Most of my clients जब मैं उन्हें खाना देती हूँ कहते हैं oh my god इतना खाना मैं नहीं खा सकती हूँ, या इतना खाना खाने के बाद मेरा वजन कम होगा. But that's the reality. बॉडी को दो जो उसे चाहिए, वो अपने आप आपको देगी जो आपको चाहिए.
Got it. So now for these 5 things, right? लोग mistake क्या कर लेते हैं? जैसे कि I'll tell you my personal mistake. I'm addicted to sugar, and I'm trying to sort of वो रात के डिनर के बाद एक चॉकलेट वाला behavior. I found my own ways to sort of cut that behavior. वो मुझे पता है कि मेरी गलती है कि मैं एक हेल्दी मुट्ठी वाला मील खाने के बाद बहुत ही अच्छा हेल्दी डे करने के बाद लास्ट में मिस्टेक कर देती हूँ और वो लड्डू खा लेती हूँ. देन इट बिकम्स अ प्रॉब्लम, राइट? सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक, वेयर इज़ इट कि लोग मिस्टेक करने लग जाते हैं? क्योंकि इतना आसान तो नहीं है पूजा.
है you know really we have made weight loss and healthy eating an uphill task जब वो नहीं है. See, if I told you that I ate for lunch right now in the car, I ate a curd rice with beans का सब्जी and a nice घर का बनाया हुआ अचार, मैंने अपनी बॉडी को सब दिया जो उसे चाहिए था. अब आप मेरे सामने चॉकलेट रखोगे तो I'll be like stomach's full, like I'm done. So if your stomach is full all the time with the right food, it's easier to say no to the wrong food. और ये जो आपने बताया कि post meals I crave sugar is not a physiological need ever, because your whole meal in your body is converted to sugar, right? Your chawal is converted to sugar, your sabzi is converted to sugar. Everything that you eat, end product of ATP digestion is production of sugar. So body is getting its sugar. This is not a physiological, it's a psychological habit. थोड़ा मीठा तो बनता है, I'm craving it. You're not craving it. Your mind is craving it because it is said that after dinner thoda meetha kha lena chahiye. My father used to do it. I've done it for 46 years, which is why it has become a habit. It's become a habit. The other way that you can look at it is if you don't have ample protein, you will manifest more sugar. The more protein your body requires, you manifest more as sugar cravings. So if you are constantly looking out for sugar, is because your body is not getting its protein requirement. So that very important pillar of protein is not being furnished enough for your body, which is why you're manifesting sugar cravings. Many a times, reduced salt intake leads to more sugar cravings. And most people think salt is bad, but sugar is not. Because in the 1970s, the FDA told us that salt causes blood pressure, salt causes water retention, salt causes heart attacks. Wrong. They made us believe something as important as salt, which is crucial sodium for our body, is bad for us. When something as redundant as sugar, which is made all the time in my body with constant eating, is okay for us to eat. Okay? There are some stupid rules. A man is allowed some X teaspoons of sugar is allowed in a day, 36 grams or 6 teaspoons or blah, blah. And female should have this much. Of course, we are eating far more than that. But we need zero sugar. We don't need even 36 grams. We don't even need 3.6 grams. We don't even need 0.36 grams. We don't need sugar. Everything we eat in our body is converted to sugar. Okay, and that is the reason why we have most of the diseases. Insulin resistance, hormonal changes, acne, aging, hair fall, blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, all diseases stem from the sugar peaks in our blood.
And I think sugar को बहुत ज़्यादा लोग, people are okay with it, but ghee, oil, butter and fat को, like you said, and carbs को, like there are other enemies that people have made, but they're very okay with sugar.
Yeah, because see, remember, we are but just mannequins or puppets in the name of who the health industry wanted us to go to. Okay, they wanted us to eat sugar and age faster so that they could sell us anti-aging products. They wanted us to eat sugar and get blood pressure and diabetes so that they can sell us drugs. They wanted us to become overweight so they can sell us weight loss drugs.
And more than that, Pooja, most packaged stuff that we get has sugar. How can they make stuff which is without sugar?
They
sugar had
genetically
to
modified gluten, okay, which is another very common area where people have gluten sensitivity today, is because they genetically modified gluten way back in the 1970s for the wheat germ to have more gluten so that they can make better bakery products, better shelf life products, softer breads, fluffier biscuits, I don't know. So they modified the wheat so that today we can't tolerate even one normal roti. Our tummies have become so sensitive to surplus gluten. So that's where the food industry led us and threw us to the health industry. Ke chalo ab dawaiyon pe jiyo. It's as simple as that. So what we have to realize is we have to go back to basics. Okay? What we have to realize is jo hamari body khud banati hai. See, there are something known as essential fatty acids, essential amino acids. Amino acids which my body cannot get has to be provided through the diet. Okay? Sugar is the most non-essential nutrient.
No nutrient.
It's not, yeah,
Nutrient
it's
per calorie, if you see that ratio, refined sugar is like
empty. That's why it's called empty calories, right? That's why we are calling it empty calories. But we are more focused on sugar and we are scared of fat. We are scared of carbs. Now, carbs are also converted to sugar in your body. At the end of ATP digestion, that's what's going to happen. So why are we so scared of something that gives us energy versus something that gives us
nothing?
My roti gives me carbs, but it also gives me many other things. It gives me the mental satisfaction of eating garam khana. Okay, if nothing else, that's a huge emotional comfort for the body. Food is not just carbs and proteins. Food is also an emotional connect. Food is also love. Food is also happiness. But we have attached this happiness to the laddu and the pedas and the chocolates versus the nurture, versus the dal and the roti and the sabzi. Okay? Boring khana de rahi hai Pooja. Okay? So, itne paise bhare just for me to hear कि मुझे दाल रोटी सब्जी खानी चाहिए. Most people will be like, कुछ अलग बता दे. You're तो telling us to do what my grandparents did our whole lives. But that's where we are going wrong. The Indian diet is one of the best diets in the world. If we just spend a little bit of money and do analytical studies and cross-country studies, our Indian diet is the most balanced. Our Indian diet follows the philosophy of chronobiology. It follows the philosophy of order of eating. There are all these various things that are today coming to light that says the order in which you put these foods in your mouth can make a difference to your sugar levels. Our ancestors did that. Sunset, sunrise pattern. Big breakfast, small lunch, smallest dinner. Our grandparents lived by those rules, but we forgot them. Dadi maa ke nukse kaun karega? Let's aped the West. We left our roots, which is why today we are suffering from the roots. Right? All we have to do is go back to there. Go back to how our ancestors ate, and we will never have health problems.
And I think with Indian food, there's also like ये बहुत ऑयली होता है, ये बहुत कार्ब हैवी होता है, रोटी राइस ही तो खा रहे हैं,
तो क्या
वजन
हुआ?
बढ़ जाता है.
बिल्कुल नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं. ऑयली होगा जितना आपने तेल डालना है. ओके, शुगर होगा जितना आपको डालना है. The diet, our diet culture doesn't ask you to make it oily. Our taste buds and our evolution has made it. See, way back also our ancestors could eat a little bit more fat than we can, is because they walked and did everything.
The lifestyle was very
made their own, grew their own food and picked it up and sowed their own atta and did all of that. We have roti makers and Swiggy, so we can't afford to have as much as they did, because inherently they moved more. Inherently today we sit more. But sadly that's where the problem started, because we started sitting more and moving less. But we started moving this more. Yeah, because convenience, because everything happens at fingertips. अब बनाना भी नहीं है तो बनाने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है, खाली फ़ोन को बोल दो वो ऑर्डर कर देगा.
So I can say कि Pooja Makhija says no need of quinoa and avocado. We can lose weight and be healthy and nourish ourselves with Indian diet.
Yeah, for every super Western superfood, हमारे Indian kitchen में उसका भी बाप बैठा है. So अगर if quinoa is a superfood, amaranth और rajgira is far better in protein quality, in complete amino acid content, in terms of pricing, in terms of filling value, and in terms of availability. So we are just trying to find what Western studies are selling us. लेकिन हमारे इंडियन किचन में और हमारे इंडियन किचन के कैबिनेट में और मसाले के डब्बे में जो सीक्रेट्स हैं और जो एम्यूनेशन है वो उनके पास भी नहीं है. अब वो हमारे डब्बों को देख देख के एक एक इंग्रेडिएंट पिकअप करके उसको रिसर्च कर रही है और हम ही को हमारा ही प्रोडक्ट बेच रही है. टर्मरिक लाटे, हमारा हल्दी वाला दूध वो ही है, वो हमें बेच रहे हैं टर्मरिक लाटे, बिकॉज उन्होंने कर्क्यूमिन पे होमवर्क किया, स्टडी किया, जो हम नहीं कर रहे हैं. जो हम कह रहे हैं कि प्लीज़ वो तो दादी माँ के नुस्खे थे, बट उनमें रियल वैल्यू थी. आवर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स वो PhDs इन न्यूट्रिशन विदाउट डूइंग BSc इन न्यूट्रिशन.
So Pooja, let's look at these 5 things that you mentioned, right? पहला था carbs. क्या ऐसे कोई कार्ब्स है जो ज़्यादा हेल्दी है एंड लेस हेल्दी या बेटर ऑफ द लॉट है, एंड कहीं ओवर, लाइक यू सेड राइट, दादा दादी के ज़माने से अभी आते आते हम भूल गए उन कार्ब्स को खाना. हम सारे वीट की तरफ चला गया है पूरा. बट इफ़ यू लुक एट आवर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, एवरी स्टेट इन इंडिया हैड सर्टन नॉन ग्लूटेन फ्लावर्स, चाहे वो नाचनी हो, राजगिरा हो, जुवार हो, बाजरा हो. और वेदर के हिसाब से कि विंटर है तो बाजरे की रोटली बनती है गांव में, और वो तो नाश्ते में आज भी आप गांव में जाओगे तो बाजरा खाया जा रहा है. और हम यहाँ हमारे घरों में पूरा 100%
convenience.
So would you like to share some flours or carb options which you recommend are healthier than the rest?
So there is no one carb that is better than other. All carbs have a similar percentage of calories, of fiber, of calcium, of protein. Okay? Similar. Plus minus 0.1, 2 here and there. So to say that bajra is the king of grains is wrong.
Okay.
You have to learn to listen to yourself. What is best for you is not going to be best even for your daughter. Okay? So you have to listen to your stomach. You have to listen to how it suits you. We just feel that wheat suits all of us or doesn't suit any of us. Okay? You have to listen to your own tummy. If it suits you, it suits you. It doesn't cause gas, bloating, indigestion, burps, and flatulence, then it's suiting you. But for example, wheat may not suit me, but bajra doesn't suit me either. Okay? I may tolerate jawar some days in a month, and ragi works for me most days in a month. Now, that is for me. Now, if I said ragi is the best thing for you, it won't be. So, no expert or no nutritionist or no doctor or no trainer can tell you what to eat. You have to listen to yourself.
Bio-individuality.
There is bio-individuality from depending on your gut microbiome, depending on आपने कितना कौन सा एंजाइम एग्जॉस्ट कर दिया है, आपके बॉडी में कौन सा खाना आपको सूट कर रहा है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर hormonal status, on the amount of water you drink, on the amount of sleep you have. All these factors make a difference. So today something can suit me and tomorrow it won't suit me. So you have to listen to yourself. So is there one grain that's best? No. But as lesser man has touched it, the better it is for you.
That's
Because
a very
what God makes is real. What man makes is convenience, taste, accessibility, ease, money.
I think
all of
very
that.
very good angle. And this is a new way to put it. Less man touched green.
Yeah, is better.
Is
So the
better.
more processed it is, of course, we are ripping out more of the nutrition and making it easy to make the roti, making it easy to package a bread. We are improving. See, we will only see convenience or money. Man is only going to see that. Man is not bothered about your health. बीमार पड़ोगे तो दूसरे पैसे बनेंगे, दूसरे आयल्स आएंगे, ग्लूटेन फ्री आयल्स आएंगे, ऑर्गेनिक आयल्स आएंगे.
पूजा इस पे चलते हैं. पैकेज्ड खाना, राइट, एंड हेल्दी पैकेज्ड खाना. कितनी सारी ब्रांड्स आ गई है जो हेल्दी फूड, फ्रॉम प्रोटीन बार्स टू, मतलब आप कोई भी फूड कैटेगरी ले लिए उसमें एक हेल्दी वर्जन ऑफ ब्रेड से लेके एग से लेके हर चीज़ में देयर इज लाइक अ हेल्दी tag attached.
Man follows trends. Man follows demand and supply. So अब there's a wave of health. हर बंदा wants to be healthy. A small person in his own way, rich person in his own way, everyone wants to be healthy because everyone's seeing कि disease बहुत आ रहे हैं, health problems बहुत हो रहे हैं, तो everyone's trying to get on this health wagon. But बुद्धू बनाने के man has four other तरीकास कि मैं आपको बुद्धू बना लूँ. I will sell you a protein bar which is double the fat and double the sugar, but बंदे को प्रोटीन चाहिए तो दे दे प्रोटीन with double fat या double sugar. So sadly we are our worst enemy, okay, because we are only looking for our gains. So if there is a need for a better protein bar, then I'll make it tastier with wrong ingredients. There's a need for gluten-free products, I'll create an entire supermarket aisle. But that's what even research does, na? Now they want to create more products, so they'll come and say, oh, gluten is bad for you. Oh, lactose is bad for you. Oh, grains are bad for you. So now we'll come up with supplemental grains, supplemental gluten, supplemental sugar. अभी शुगर कितने कितने नाम से आपको बेचा जा रहा है. ओके,
हाँ, ये बताइए पूजा कि हाउ डज वन रीड लेबल्स, राइट, बिकॉज ये सारी पैकेज्ड फूड है, मतलब सेइंग कि मैं नहीं खाऊंगी कुछ भी पैकेज्ड इज ऑल्सो डिफिकल्ट, राइट. इज देयर एनीथिंग दैट यू कैन टीच अस टू रियली आइडेंटिफाई lesser unhealthy from?
So the nutritional labels are usually made to confuse people, okay, because they are never according to the entire serving size. They are according to their serving size. So for example, if you take a packet of chips, it will say 400 calories in 100 grams, but that bag is 200 grams. तो बंदा पहले ही देख के बोलेगा, ओ ये तो सिर्फ 400 calories है, मैं पूरा बैग खा लेता हूँ.
Into 2 नहीं करेंगे.
Into 2 नहीं करेंगे. तो portion size and serving size में एक फ़र्क है, which you should learn to see. Otherwise, again, there is a lot to teach you in a nutritional label, which can be a little difficult without a sample in front of me. But more than focusing on the nutritional label, what I would also teach you in a label is to say, for example, you pick up this product because it's a high protein product. Then compare how much fat or sugar you're getting per gram protein. Matlab, if this protein bar is giving you 10 grams of protein, but at the cost of 20 grams of sugar, then you are foolish. It is more a sugar bar than a protein bar. Or to give you 10 grams of protein, it is giving you 20 grams of fat, then this is a fat bar, not a protein bar. So protein, fat और sugar का ratio check कर लो. So if it's a protein bar, it should have no more than half of sugar plus fat in grams. So if it's giving me 10 grams of protein, it should sugar plus fat मिला के 5 grams से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए.
Very
Then
good.
it's a worthy source. At least सोचो भी कि मैं ये खाऊं. Okay, so see that. Other than that, more than focusing on the label, focus on the ingredient list. Always note, as per rules and as per norms, the ingredient list has to be in ascending order. जो सबसे ज़्यादा ingredient इस dish में है has to be mentioned first. Then then it follows an ascending order. So say for example, I will pick up a bread. Okay. Now they will say it's whole wheat bread. But maida will be the first ingredient.
तो मैदा ज़्यादा है.
Because the majority of the maximum ingredient in a bread is what? मैदा, right? So वो बुद्धू बनाने का है कि ये होल व्हीट है, उसके मैदा के बाद लिखा होगा बाजरा या मल्टीग्रेन या होल ग्रेन to a percentage. Many nutritional labels also give you a percentage in the bracket. Maida 60%, but not all. So in list is always in ascending order. For example, Nutella, which everybody loves, and people think it's a butter, right? It is made out of hazelnuts. Okay, the nutritional label goes sugar, oil, cocoa powder, and hazelnut, or hazelnut and cocoa powder. No, I think hazelnut is last.
So sugar is the first
Sugar.
item.
So literally a jar of Nutella is 3/4 sugar, then a little bit of palm oil, shittiest oil, then there is cocoa powder, and then there's hazelnut. But it is sold as actually a hazelnut spread. Delicious hazelnut spread, chocolate spread. Chocolate itna hai, sugar itna hai, और तेल इतना है. That's Nutella. So आप जैसे ही उसका ingredient list पढ़ोगे, you will come to know that this is not, I'm only spreading sugar. So learn to read the list because it's always in ascending order.
एक और प्रॉब्लम पूछा ये कि मुझे तो यही नहीं समझ आता इसमें से क्या क्या शुगर है, क्योंकि there are like 10 names of sugar.
No, 21 to be precise. I can sell you, I can in my nutritional label put sugar in 21 different names other than writing sugar or glucose or fructose.
I think we should put that in the description, the 21 names of.
Sure, I've made lots of videos about it, but yes, we could put the 21 names as well because ये बुद्धू बनाने के 21 तरीके हैं.
Okay, so tell us, sugar करता क्या है? अगर मैं बहुत ज़्यादा शुगर खाऊंगी मेरी बॉडी में तो क्या होगा? मुझे एक चीज़ पता है, बहुत ही far fetched, it does lead to aging, hormonal imbalance. But overall, if you can explain in simple terms, why is sugar bad?
If there is any problem that bothers you, hair fall, aging, acne, bad vision, I'll start from here. Bad vision, sinus, cavities, pigmentation, acne, sore throats, every problem that you're, joint pain, knee pain,
समझ गई.
everything happens because of sugar.
Wow.
Okay, everything. So sugar is the one and only. So as a nutritionist, I do not dissuade people from eating anything. आपको बर्गर खाना है, आप उसको भी हेल्दी बना सकते हो. I tell my clients how to make pasta healthy and enjoy it. My kids eat a pasta on a weekly basis and I don't consider it junk food. Okay, you can make every food a healthy food if you use the 5-finger analogy and make it nutritious. Okay, I will also teach you a concept of making carbs wear clothes. Okay, I'll come to that. But the idea here is there is no way on earth I can make anything healthy if I had sugar to it. Or the best way to make anything unhealthy is by adding sugar to it. Anything. दूध में शक्कर डाल के पी लिया is stupidity.
दूध खाना.
आप अपने दूध की वैल्यू ही कम कर. So the only one food that I will ask people to have antennas up for is sugar.
Wow.
Learn how to remove that from your diet.
It's not oil, it's not cheese, it's not butter.
It's not salt.
It's not salt. It's sugar. It's sugar.
If there's one thing that I don't remember the last time I have taken sugar and put it in anything that I have prepared or cooked or served or eaten for decades together. Sugar. And sugar के बहुत दूसरे नाम हैं. Good is nothing healthier. Honey is nothing healthier. Okay? They are all chatte batte के same devils. Okay? So sugar is the only one thing I'll ask you to remove from your diet. And trust me, 99% of your problems, 99% of your problems can be corrected. Okay? Just by removing sugar from your meal plan. Just remove sugar and see magic. And sugar is really an acquired taste. Sugar is actually 8 times more addictive than cocaine. Okay, now if you were to tell me that आज आपने बोला पूजा आई एम एडिक्टेड टू शुगर एंड मैंने आई डिडंट रेज एन आईलिड, बट अगर मैं आपको बोलूँ कि आई एम एडिक्टेड टू कोकेन, आप बोलेगी हाय क्यों, काहे, क्यों, वाई वाई, डोंट, ऐसे मत कर, किसने बोला तुझे, ये तो पता नहीं है. इवन द बच्चा विल टेल यू दैट because everyone knows how bad cocaine is, but we are not, there is something 8 times worse and we are happily serving it. हर टेबल पे चीनी रख दो, इतने बड़े बड़े क्यूब्स में रख दो, ब्राउन शुगर लग के लोगों को बुद्धू बना लो.
Oh my God, and with kids, the way, I think I understand what you mean by analogy between sugar and cocaine, because I have seen my 3-year-old, if I have not given my 3-year-old sugar, but his friends who eat cake and just run around like crazy.
That's a sugar rush. That even we'll do. That even we can do, because when the minute you'll have sugar, you have more extra battery.
Exactly.
See, that's why people like sugar, na? That I'm feeling very tired, very low, very sad, very depressed. शक्कर खा के अपना mood बना लेती हूँ. Okay, but sadly that's the most vicious way to get less energy, more depression, more anxiety.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Because after the rush or a peak, there is always a crash. Okay, and that's what leads to bad choices. That's what leads to emotional eating or stress eating and all of that rubbish. So sugar is the one enemy for one and all. And if you remove sugar from your diet, which is not difficult, okay, there are very natural ways to get the sweetness into your meal plan. And also understand that your taste buds, your cells of your taste buds evolve every 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks, you can change your palate.
Wow.
Acquaintance. Like for example, मुझे मीठी चाय अच्छी लगती है, 2 हफ्ते पी लो फीकी चाय,
फिर वो पसंद आएगी,
ऑटोमेटिकली आपके पैलेट बदल जाएगा. सो इट टेक्स 2 weeks. द फास्टेस्ट जनरेशन एंड द फास्टेस्ट माइटोसिस इन सेल्स अकर्स इन योर टंग, ऑन योर टेस्ट बड्स. सो इट्स जस्ट एज ईजी. या ओके, चलो 26 years मैंने चीनी वाली चाय पी है, तो पूजा डोंट एक्सपेक्ट इट, हाँ 26 days में आई विल गिव इट अप, बट कोशिश तो करो. सी, इट्स नॉट at least chai coffee mein, because chai coffee is not that you eat every Diwali or Dhanteras.
Rose.
So if you're going to ask, Pooja, do you never have a dessert or never have anything sweet? I'll be a liar if I say no. I'm not saying I don't. But on a daily basis, there is no sugar going into anything that is going into my body, any dish that is going into my body. And tea, coffee is something you do multiple times a day, 365 days a year for the number of years that I will be alive. So if you make small changes, you can get big
outcomes.
Benefits just because of that chini. So take a small step. It may sound daunting. I tell my clients 21 days मुझे गाली दे के फीकी चाय पी लेना, 22nd day फिर आके बात करेंगे. And literally it will taste like gutter का पानी. That meaty chai will taste awful. That meetha coffee will taste awful. Because once there's no sugar, you can taste the other flavors. You can feel the coffee bean. You can feel the flavor of the tea.
Then it becomes by choice.
Yes. And then you learn to enjoy unmasked goodness. Okay? You can enjoy a beautiful kheer or a gajar ka halwa. But we mask the gajar ka flavor and gajar ki sweetness with good and honey and sugar in it, because हमें खाली वो मीठा स्वाद चाहिए. But आप गाजर का हलवा बिना दूध के, बिना चीनी के, दूध में डाला, there's मिठास in everything. Milk has lactose. That is also glucose का बनाया हुआ derivative, right? So that also has sucrose in it. So you will get sweetness, but remove added sugar.
Makes sense. Pooja, let's go to this topic that I really want to talk about, जो है gut health, digestion issues. In Traya, we have a hair test where we do a diagnosis before we solve for hair fall, hair loss, right? And one very important thing that we understand are gut issues. हमारा data कहता है about 56% people have gut issues in India today.
I'll say 96% है.
कुछ तरीके से, राइट? कॉन्स्टिपेशन, ब्लोटिंग, बर्पिंग, अपर GI, लोअर GI, व्हाटएवर, राइट? गट इश्यूज हो रहे हैं और एंटासिड या जो भी लेके अपना लाइफ जी रहे हैं, राइट? मैंने पर्सनली देखा है शुगर, ग्लूटेन जैसी कुछ चीज़ें कम करने से मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा, लाइक आपने सेट, सबका अपना अपना होता है, माई गट इश्यूज हैव बिन सॉल्व्ड फॉर, राइट? Please tell us something about how to really have a good gut and why is it so important?
So primarily our gut health has gone for a toss is because our eating habits have gone for a toss. Okay, obviously the more packaged foods we have, the more our gut health is going to be deteriorated. Okay, I told you our tongue replaces its cells every 2 weeks. Now, our gut, our stomach, is literally a single cell. Our intestinal walls are single cell. Okay, which is why we can have what is known as leaky gut. Okay, triggerers lead to gut being leaky, where food is going out of the digestive system into the bloodstream, attacked as foreign bodies, and therefore causing inflammation. Right now, bad gut health occurs because of high stress, less sleep, less hydration, more processed khana, large gaps, बड़े meals, because that's become lifestyle. Because हम इतनी सारी चीज़ें कर रहे हैं, इतने सारे apples को juggle कर रहे हैं
I'm
कि
going to drink
food,
water.
that food has become something that is going automatic mode पे. कोई उसको ध्यान दे के नहीं खा रहा है. जो मिला सो खा लिया, जो पड़ा था तो खा लिया, waste हो रहा था तो खत्म कर लिया. So we have abused our gut health, which is why today I don't think 56, I would say 100% people have gut issues, and most people think कि थोड़ा burp, gas, acidity,
normal
constipation
है.
तो normal है. No, it's not. It is a sign that something in the body is not. हमारा फ़ोन टू करता है, वो नॉर्मल नहीं है. वो हमें कोई साइन दे रहा है. मैसेज आया है, व्हाट्सएप आया है, फ़ोन मर रहा है. वो सारे साइंस हम सुनते हैं, लेकिन हमारी बॉडी के बीप 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 हम नहीं सुन रहे. हमें लगता है ये बीप बीप्स बड़े नॉर्मल है. फिर ये छोटे 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 बीप 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 बड़े बड़े अलार्म्स होके फिर प्रॉब्लम्स हो जाती है. फिर हम गैस्ट्रो, डायबिटोलॉजिस्ट, ऑर्थोपेडिक के पास भागते हैं, क्योंकि वो छोटे बीप के टाइम पे हमने सुना नहीं. So gut health occurs primarily because there's a triggerer. Okay, there is some food that is not suiting you. For some it could be gluten, for some it could be dairy, for some it could be sugar, for most it will be sugar, and for some it could be particular foods. For example, chane rajma I can not digest, but you can digest. Gobi, patte gobi I can digest, you can't digest. So it varies, right? So you have to see a trigger food. So there are some foods that are triggers which you must remove. Then there are some nutritional deficiencies which is making digestion handicapped. Okay, so we have macronutrients, which are your carbs, proteins, and fats, and then you have micronutrients, which are your vitamins and minerals. Now these vitamins and minerals are micro, but are required for the macros to do their job. And most of us are not getting enough of these macros, and these macros are required for digestion. For example,
can you say overall carbs, proteins, macro I understand. क्या examples है where do I get my micro?
Micronutrients are your vegetables and fruits. Simple. Your vitamins and minerals, they come from your vegetables and fruits. Of course, your macros also have some micros, but primarily fruits and vegetables give you your macros, right? So we require selenium for better thyroid health, magnesium for better muscle health, biotin for better hair health. But ये macros है. But ये macros नहीं होंगे तो macros का भी काम नहीं होगा. So digestion requires these macros also. And many a times because of missing macros, my digestion goes for a toss, which is why gas acidity becomes more of a problem.
In a normal day, Pooja, how much of vegetable or fruit should one eat to really get the macros that one should get?
For an average adult, I would say about 4 to 5 servings of sabzi and about at least 2 to 3 servings of fruit. When I say a serving of fruit, 100 ग्राम एक फल माना जाता है. When I say
3 फल दिन के
2 से 3 फल. Okay. If you're diabetic, maybe 1 to 2. So it depends a little bit on that. Division of the fruit also matters. Quantity of the fruit matters. Vegetables, I'm saying 5 servings. Each serving is about a 150 gram katori by volume is 1 serving. Up salad lo, soup lo, sabzi lo. And I think in our Indian diet, sabzi is a very vital part. Okay, we have lots of sabzis that the West doesn't even have.
And आलू पनीर सब्जी नहीं है.
पनीर कहाँ से भी सब्जी नहीं है. आलू सब्जी है, but it should not be more than 1 medium size aloo in a day. Paneer is not sabzi at all. Paneer is dairy, right? Vegetables are a very crucial part. I was telling you, learn to make your carbs wear clothes. Now, that's a funda that we all must understand.
So carb wearing clothes, please explain this, Pooja.
Okay, so the idea here is just like we must wear clothes for us to be acceptable and presentable in society, carbs must be introduced in our body with clothes so that they don't cause the discerning sugar spikes, because carbs we know are broken down to glucose, and glucose requires insulin. And most problems today occur because of resistance to insulin, right? So if you intelligently dress your carbs up, you can slow down these sugar spikes.
Okay.
For example, it's not novel science as per Indian eating culture, is that we never eat plain roti or a plain piece of bread. You make it wear some carb or some clothes which are your fiber and your protein. Okay, so eating just a plain piece of bread which is stripped out of fiber will spike your sugar levels up. Okay, but if you make it wear some clothes in terms of protein, so you put some hummus or you put some moong ka chila or you put some chicken or eggs along with fiber, which is vegetables, kakri, tomato, lettuce, you've made yourself a carb which is dressed up to slow down sugar spikes, because the amount of time taken to break down the fiber and the protein delays the sugar spikes caused because of carbs. So that's what's called making carbs wear clothes. So eating just a bowl of pasta is called unhealthy. But the minute you're having a bowl of pasta with an equal proportion of vegetables and an equal proportion of protein, you are delaying the absorption of this refined carbs and therefore can eat a pasta without calling it unhealthy if you've done making it wear some clothes.
I love this.
Yeah, so that's how you can make any meal a healthy meal, whether it's pizza or pasta or even chawal. Okay, most people fear chawal, whether it's diabetics or people who want to lose weight. But there's nothing wrong with the rice. So as long as you dress it up, eat it with enough roughage and enough protein, and you can enjoy your rice guilt-free and lose weight and maintain sugar levels and maintain health.
Sounds fantastic. Going back to gut health, right? What is there anything that we can do with our food to really ensure that our gut is fine?
Create diversity, one. And two, rely more farm to table than farm to man to table. Eliminate the journey of man.
So less processed, less packed.
As simple. As less processed it is, as less touched by man. That means no preservatives and additional food additives which are killing our gut flora. So the more you do natural and the more diversity you have, because various foods have various microflora of their own which they impart to us. So the more the diversity in your diet, the better it is. So different colors of veggies, different colors, different types of grains, different types of dals, different types of foods in general creates a diversity.
Also different types of oils. I've read this somewhere that it's nice to not have
It's good to play. Because science changes, not because of your gut microbiome. Okay, first science told us have sunflower safola. Today they're telling us it's the worst oils to have. Okay, as science evolves, we have to evolve. So better than sticking to one oil, I say play. So you do
coconut oil,
yeah,
olive
you
oil.
play. So with every 1 liter of oil that gets over, you play. You do coconut, then do til, then do mustard, then do olive, then do rice. So you play with your oil so that when research comes and says that is bad, then it's not that you only were having that. Because research is changing. That's all. Research is ever evolving.
And what about absorption in gut? Because what I have learned here is that gut health is also very important, because all this nourished food that you eat, if it's not getting absorbed the right way, it's basically not reaching you, right? So
that's because of antacid abuse in a large perspective as well, because your stomach is supposed to be acidic for the enzymes to do 20% of digestion in the stomach. But because we keep popping antacids, we've killed the HCl production and pepsin production in our stomach, which is why the food sits in our stomach for 2 hours versus 20 minutes, and therefore losing most of its nutritive value by the time it goes down to the intestines where the absorption has to occur. Right? Now, till the food is not acidic, the food doesn't move down. And because there's no HCl production, the valve that takes it from the stomach to the small intestine does not open. And because that does not open, the food sits in our stomach for 1 hour, 2 hours. Now, imagine what will happen to any food that sits at 100 degrees centigrade for 2 hours. It will putrefy, ferment, khatti dakar, sambar ke burps. Why does that occur even after 2 hours of eating a sambar? Is because it's still sitting in your stomach and not gone down to the intestine. Because we have killed the digestive environment because of antacids and medicines and drugs and antibiotics, that today our digestion is taking the toll of it. How do we fix it? The lesser drugs you take, the better. The more natural foods you eat, the better. The smaller the meals you eat, the smaller the load on the digestive tract, the better. So yeah, and if it's really bad, you sometimes may need a little bit of hand holding in terms of a healthcare practitioner to find out what are your triggers, what are your nutrient deficiencies, and your lifestyle. Your hydration and your sleep makes a huge difference.
Let's talk about lifestyle a little bit more, right? I know people जो टहल के आते हैं और बोलते हैं मेरा तो वर्कआउट हो गया, मैं वॉक पे जा रही हूँ, and I know it's very age dependent, again very individual dependent, how old are you, what your status is, whether you are heavyweight, whatever, right? What you can do, but what according to you is what a good active lifestyle looks like?
At least 4 active hours in a week.
And how do you define active?
टहल लो.
वो भी enough है.
It's better than बैठ लो. Okay? Something is better than nothing. And automatically after the tehloing, once the metabolism picks up, the muscle strength picks up, the weight goes down, the tehloing can become faster and faster and more and
फिर
more.
खुद ही मन करेगा जॉग करने का.
फिर दर्द नहीं करेगा. See, most people are stuck in a vicious cycle. Because I'm overweight, मुझे दर्द है. Because दर्द है तो मैं वॉक नहीं करती हूँ. वॉक नहीं करती हूँ तो वजन बढ़ता है. वजन नहीं बढ़ता है. वजन बढ़ता है इसीलिए हड्डियों में दर्द होता है. हड्डियों में दर्द होता है तो मैं वॉक नहीं करती हूँ. वॉक नहीं करती हूँ तो और दर्द होता है. So ये साइकिल को ब्रेक करें. Exercise doesn't mean huffing, puffing, panting. Exercise does not mean कि heart rate बढ़ना चाहिए. Exercise does not mean trainer सर पे होना चाहिए. Exercise does not mean it has to be vigorous. Exercise just means moving your body against gravity. ओके, वॉक करो, जॉग करो, स्विम करो, साइकिल, स्टेपर, ट्रेडमिल, डॉग को वॉक पे ले जाओ, बच्चों के साथ भाग लो, भाजी मार्केट में वॉक कर लो. दैट इज़ ऑल्सो एक्सरसाइज. जस्ट मूव. दैट नॉट ओनली क्रिएट्स muscular strength, it enables joint health, it enhances mood, it makes your sleep better, it makes your emotional health better, it makes your digestion better, it makes your food intake better, it makes everything better. So exercise is not something that गन लगा के ट्रेनर के साथ करना ज़रूरी है. Exercise has to be जो आपको अच्छा लगे. If you enjoy talking and walking, you enjoy gossiping and walking, you enjoy Netflixing and treadmilling, do what you enjoy, because exercise is pure joy.
And just like food, you should do what you can do for rest of your life.
Yeah.
Right? So it again cannot be another पहाड़.
It cannot be Zumba classes जहाँ सांस नहीं लेने को होती है just because मेरी neighbor Zumba कर रही है और उसने 10 किलो कम कर लिए. करो जो आप enjoy कर पाओ. It's important.
And let's move to the other segment of people on the other end of the axis. People who are super into workout, जो करते हैं weightlifting, right? And I hear a lot of questions from these kind of customers around हम प्री वर्कआउट पीना चाहिए कि नहीं, हमें सप्लीमेंट्स क्या लेने चाहिए, हम वे प्रोटीन लेंगे तो क्या होगा, देर आर मिथ्स अराउंड creatine causing hair loss, etc. So any advice you have around people who are really active and on other end of axis where they do legit weight training, what should their food intake or protein shake intake look like to have a nourished body?
So in general, again, the lesser you eat what man made is always
the fundamentals remain the same wherever you are.
Correct. So you are a heavyweight trainer and need extra protein. If you can manage it from your plate, it's always better utilized. See, consuming 120 grams of protein in a day is not meaning that your body utilized 120 grams. Okay? This scoop gives me 20 grams of protein doesn't mean your body got 20 grams of protein, because bioavailability varies. वो 20 grams आपने पिया, उसमें से कितना digest हुआ, कितना absorb हुआ, कितना retain हुआ और फिर कितना utilize हुआ में बहुत फ़र्क है. और जो प्लेट से यूटिलाइजेशन होती है वो डब्बे में से यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं होती है. Simple funda. So if you have a good appetite and you do eat non-vegetarian foods and you eat enough of dietary protein, your body will show much better results than protein powders.
Got it.
In general, I'm not a firm believer of whey or any protein powders because it puts a load on the digestive tract. Okay? So I wouldn't recommend it. And as a general rule, overweight women going to the gym are given protein shakes, which is a ridiculous joke. Okay, just because they'll take 1 pound dumbbells, they don't need protein shakes. But gyms need to make money, and trainers need to be personally
And
trained
boxes
money,
needs to be sold.
and boxes need to be sold. Like I said, man is only running behind money, so they will make a 80 kilo 50-year-old woman take protein shakes, where the poor woman just needs to lose fat, not build muscle. Right? कान ऐसे पकड़ो, कार्डियो करो और फैट निकालो, या कान ऐसे पकड़वाओ, वेट ट्रेनिंग कराओ, 2 ग्राम मसल बढ़ाओ तो मेटाबॉलिक रेट बढ़ाओ. बुद्धू बनाने का नाम. Right? So I don't believe in that. Again, don't follow general norms. Just because you go to the gym 2 times a week, you take protein shakes 7 days a week. What's the joy? I have no clue. So please don't follow general norms. And please don't... See, for example, if I told you, Saloni, biceps ऐसे नहीं किया जाता है, biceps ऐसे किया जाता है, will you listen to me? Then why do people listen to dietary advice by trainers? Who the hell are they to give dietary advice? It's a very sad scenario. But people listen. They listen to dietary advice from a nutritionist also, from a trainer also, from a doctor also,
From anybody.
From anybody actually. But trainers are giving general guidelines because they only know ये 5 vitamin ले लो, ये protein का डब्बा खा लो. Ridiculous information irrespective of age, requirement and need. It's very varied. What a 50-year-old 80 kilo woman needs is not the same thing as a 16-year-old 50 kilo woman needs. But they'll give a same thing to everyone. Cut, copy, paste.
Metabolism, right? What is it about metabolism that one should know? क्योंकि मैंने इतने लोगों के thoughts देखे हैं ना कि मैं तो सूंघती हूँ तो ही वज़न बढ़ जाता है, तो मैं ये नहीं खा सकती, versus people on the other end कि मैं तो खाती रहती हूँ तो भी पतली रहती हूँ, right? So what is it that one should know about metabolism, and how can one rectify things in their food, lifestyle, workout, etc. to have a better metabolism?
Metabolism depends on age, height, gender, and body composition. Age, height, gender. We can't do anything about it ever. Body composition means how much fat and how much muscle.
Muscle.
The more the muscle, the better the metabolic rate. The more the fat, the lesser the metabolic. Up. Those people who say I can smell food and gain weight are because they have more body fat, therefore metabolic rate is slumped. And those who say I eat more is because they are in fat burning mode, which is why their metabolic rate is higher. My meal plan requires you to eat 10 times a day, 8 times a day, depending on how many hours you're awake. That's how I want you to improve your metabolic rate, because just like jumping and dancing and aerobics burns calories, digestion is a calorie burning process. So you utilize the thermal effect of food to increase your metabolic rate by giving you meals that are small enough to increase the digestive burn, but not large enough to fuel the need of the body. For example, an apple is a 90-calorie fruit. But the effort taken to eat the apple, chew the apple, digest the apple, absorb the nutrients of the apple is a 120-calorie
So it's
requirement.
a negative
So
deal.
to eat an apple, my body invested 30 calories from its source for me to eat that apple.
Wow.
So I could be sitting on this chair but eating an apple and my body burnt 30 calories. Okay? So that's how you can use food to aid nutrition and spike up metabolic rate.
I think that's a very, very useful tip that we brought here. Thanks, Pooja. So, Pooja, you are a celebrity nutritionist, and I'm sure you have access to what celebrities do, right? हम इतना सुनते हैं कि यार आलिया का स्किन केयर रूटीन क्या है, दीपिका का हेयर रूटीन क्या है, वो क्या प्रोडक्ट्स यूज़ कर रहे हैं, क्या लगा रहे हैं, वैसी बॉडी बनानी है, राइट? What is the secret behind they looking so good?
Hard work. Nothing comes without hard work. And they work hard to look the way they look. Of course, they have a lot of time that they invest in looking so good, because looking good is part of their work. Our work is to do other things. Their work is to work on themselves in terms of fitting a character or a role, and they work very hard at it. So Deepika doesn't get the body just because she's gifted with it or her mom or dad gave it to her. She works every single day towards it. Her food and her exercise is a very crucial aspect of who she is, which is why she looks the way she looks. Okay, nothing, your body is a reflection of what you do to it. If you think that you can eat vada paos and still look like Deepika,
Not going
that's not possible. Okay, everyone has their good days and bad days, and I'm sure even she has her fun days. But 99% of the time, she's a very regimented creature.
and disciplined.
And that's why it pays off, right? So your body, it doesn't just forgive everything. It reflects everything that you've done to it. So they look as they look because they work towards them. And we can look the way we want to look if we work towards ourselves. We can't look like a Deepika, but we can look like a better version of Pooja, right? So we shouldn't want, so I always tell my clients, don't want to look like anyone else because they are taken. You can look the best version of yourself by doing good to your body. So I want to look like her may not happen because she's taken, but you can look a better version of yourself if you work towards it. And she is who she is because she works hard towards it.
Makes complete sense. So, Pooja, now we have this small game. We call it What the Hell segment. We've put together beliefs that people have, and we need your help to tell us what's right, what's wrong, and do what the health to them. Right? So, the first one is organic food is not healthy.
It's healthy if it's really organic.
And what is really organic?
If it's grown without pesticides. So organic food is one which is grown without pesticides and therefore has a better nutrient value and lesser unhealthy fertilizers and glyphosate, which hinders our gut microbiome and our absorption. So if it's really organic, then bravo. If you can afford it, then bravo. Otherwise, just
High protein diets can damage your kidneys.
if you don't drink enough water, yes, definitely.
What is enough water?
For a regular adult man or woman at the age between 50 to 80 kilos of body weight, at least 2 to 3 liters is normal. If you're on a high protein diet, you need to go higher.
Late night munching cannot lead to weight gain.
Any type of excessive munching will lead to weight gain.
Is late night worse than
Of course, your metabolic rate is the slumpest. Okay. Your metabolic rate is highest in the morning, least in the night. So if you are going to do late night eating,
drinking? I think the best thing is to just go and sleep. Because you need sleep. You need sleep at the right time. And if you'll stay awake, you'll end up munching. So drinking coffee at an early age stops your growth.
but gets you addicted to
Coffee?
more coffee because more begets more. So the earlier you start caffeine, the more coffee you will land up needing as you grow older. Because you're getting on the high of caffeine, right? So the lesser you have, the better it is, child or adult.
Drinking 8 glasses of water a day is healthy for skin and body.
Of course it is.
All vegetarian diets are healthy but will reduce your strength.
No, not necessarily. If you know how to balance the fist, then absolutely not.
Milk and dairy products are good for bone health.
Not necessarily. You can get calcium from many other sources other than dairy. So I wouldn't say
Can
that
you
dairy
name
is
a
essential.
few? Let's say if I am on a no dairy diet, where
Ragi is a great source. Sesame seeds are a great source, and they can give you far more than a glass of milk. So you just have to learn to intelligently put them in.
drinking fruit juice will kill the nutritional value, so I should rather.
Of course, till you have teeth in your mouth, eat your fruit. Fruit juice is as unhealthy as aerated waters.
And we're not even talking about packaged fruit juices. Fresh fruit. Grains are bad for your gut.
Rubbish.
So, Pooja, I have some specific questions that people have written to us, and I'm just going to read out, and I need your help to answer them. I'm 36-year-old from Pune. For the last 8 months, I've started running and lifting weights in the gym. But due to my smoking habits, I cannot meet my desired goal. I tried quitting, but due to stress, I failed to do so and go back to smoking. I'm eating healthy and sleeping 8 hours a day. What can I do to stop my smoking habit? Is there anything that you can recommend in my diet plan to gain lean muscles?
You just have to go cold turkey and stop what's bad for you. So you can't say on one side I put lovely cream on myself and I do anti-aging and moisturizing, and on the other side I put acid by nullifying the effect of the smoking, the gym and the workout and the food and the 8 hours of sleep, but then you're smoking 6 cigarettes or 8 cigarettes a day, you're just nullifying the effect. You can't stop, there's no such thing. Stress makes you smoke, there's no such thing. It's a weakness that you have created and allowed yourself to say that stress takes you to smoking. If I were to tell you that stress takes me to putting acid on myself, you would be like, stop that, right? Because acid is bad for you and I can see it from the outside. But cigarette is doing just the same thing to you from the inside. So there is no shortcut and no quick way or any exit route I can give you. It's just that if you love yourself and you love your body as much as you take care of it, stop abusing it.
Hello Pooja, I'm Rishi from Bangalore. I have recently moved into a PG. I don't know how to cook, but I want to eat ghar ka healthy food. What to do in such situations? How do I eat healthy?
Just watch 10 YouTube videos and learn how to make 10 basic dishes with a fist and you should be able to fend for yourself. Cooking is not a chore or it's hugely difficult. Yes, it takes a little bit of time and effort, but this is love that you're giving your body. So give yourself good quality love so that you need lesser people like me.
Wow. My name is Saili, mother of 2 kids. I'm trying my best to make them eat healthy veggies, but because of Bahar ka influence, they eat burger, pizza. Their favorite is margarita. How do I get them to eat more veggies and healthy food? I think every mother is going to have this question on.
Most children today are very, very aware and intelligent and very far lesser silly than we were when we were children. So for children today's age, best is to teach them with examples of what fiber does to their gut, how pooping regularly is important to have clear skin when you grow up. So when they are small, with my kids, I used analogies. I said, if you want to have rosy cheeks like Snow White, you have to eat peaches and pumpkins and melons and plums, which is how you get the same color. And so you teach them with examples, and you want to be strong, then you must eat this. If you want to be tall, you must eat that. So you teach them with analogies and examples such as this. And the other one is you show them a couple of videos of what happens when you don't eat enough vegetables. Today, there's a lot of content available and children understand when you show them cause and effect. ये नहीं करोगे तो ऐसा होगा और ऐसे करोगे तो ऐसा होगा. And then they will automatically realize. Teach them the 5-finger rule. I actually came up with the 5-finger because I was teaching children when I came up with the 5-finger, but now I teach it even for adults. But 5-finger rule was taught to teach children how to make healthy meals. And if you teach them the importance, today's children are DIY generation and they are brilliantly intelligent. You just have to stimulate them the right way. Of course, you have to lead by example. आप ही सब्जी नहीं खाते हो और सारे पिज्ज़ा में से सारी सब्जियां निकाल के खाते हो, तो you won't expect the children to do it. So you must show them that you eat vegetables, you eat a little bit of kacha kakdi tomato salad with each meal, and they will automatically learn.
I want to become a vegan, but I have heard a lot of people saying vegans need additional supplements and proteins. Is this true?
Sometimes, yes. If your meal is not able to provide you all the requirements in terms of macro and micronutrients, yes. Sometimes when your body is used to a higher quality protein, when it's coming from a non-vegetarian diet, it becomes a little difficult for the body to adjust. But if it's done nutritionally and with enough focus and balance, and you take the efforts of eating the foods recommended, then it's possible. It's possible, definitely.
I'm 17, overweight, 90 kgs. I feel insecure about my weight and body. Can I do 16 hours intermittent fasting to lose weight?
You could do it if it's a sustained lifestyle. It's not a shortcut. If you intend to do intermittent fasting for most of your life, and you can do it with stopping early and starting early, then you can do intermittent. Means you can't say, I'll eat at 9, 10, 11 in the night and next day eat at 2, 3, 4. That's not intermittent fasting. That's just convenience. Intermittent fasting means you have to finish early. Finish by 6, max 7 to start eating at 10, max 11. And then use the 8-hour window to nurture properly, not say, oh, I didn't eat for 16 hours, so I'll eat a pizza. That's not going to work. Food is fuel. You have only an 8-hour window to give the body nutrition. Yeah, it can work. Also, it should be something that you are happy to do. If in the 16 hours of fasting, you're only dreaming about food and angry and irritable and cranky and want to kill the world,
I'm Surbhi from Indore. I have recently given birth to a baby boy, but all of a sudden my hair fall has increased. I'm unable to understand why it's happening. Do I need to make any lifestyle changes? Postpartum hair fall. Postpartum is a very interesting subject, Pooja. So, what is your sort of quick 30-second advice for a postpartum female?
So usually postpartum there will be some amount of hair fall is because the hormones have changed. Okay, so
Yeah.
don't fight it. And the more luscious your hair became in pregnancy, it's going to fall postnatal.
Yeah.
That's common. So let that much go. But if your protein intake and your sleep and your hydration is good, you'll be able to go back into the hair growth phase, which will occur post the hair has fallen. So there's nothing to be scared about. But if your nutrition is compromised, because you are not eating as well. See, because you are producing milk as well, which takes a toll on your reserves. Your baby's nutrition will never be compromised. The quality of your milk will not deteriorate. It'll take over your reserves to give the baby the nutrition. So if your reserves are empty, your micronutrient intake is poor, your protein intake is insufficient, it's going to take a toll on hair, skin, energy, everything. So eat balanced. Wait out the phase where the hair growth will restart and you should be just fine.
Is it possible to reverse PCOD through vegan diet?
It's possible to reverse PCOS with a good lifestyle. It doesn't require just a vegan diet or a non-vegan diet, but it requires a good lifestyle. There's no one shortcut to do to reverse PCOS or one drug or one supplement or one thing. It's a amalgamation of good eating habits, exercise, sleep, hydration, nutritional supplements, of abstinence from sugar and bad food. So it's a lifestyle. But yes, you can reverse or control PCOS.
I think people underestimate the power of how much food and lifestyle can impact.
Food and lifestyle can
especially if
change.
you're suffering through a problem.
Any health problem can be modified if you learn to give value and credit to this action.
Since there was so many questions around gut, Pooja, we wanted to make a gut-specific segment. So I have here 2 emojis, thumbs
Okay.
up and one that's crying.
Okay.
This is our gut.
Okay.
I'm going to read few things and I want you to help me understand what's going to make my gut happy versus unhappy. Drinking amla shots daily will improve my digestion.
Yeah. Why not? Having any vegetable and a fruit with less sugar. So amla is fruit with less sugar. So having a shot is lovely.
Gut health is only about digestion and not more.
Wrong, because gut health is lots more than just digestion. It's also indigestion. Okay, we are only focusing on digestion, but we're not realizing that there are many foods that are troubling my gut, which is more important for your gut health.
High fiber diets are not very good for your gut.
Wrong. High fiber diets are great, but high fiber with less hydration is what makes it bad. You need hydration, movement, and fiber to have a happy gut. One or the other missing can make your gut unhappy.
I really like how you said fiber, hydration, and movement, right? The 3 together, the equation of a healthy gut. Eating spicy food doesn't affect my gut.
If it's a lot of red chili, it does affect your gut.
So
If
green
it's
chili over red chili?
any day. And spicy depends on tolerance, not on gut. So I can tolerate very spicy food, perhaps you can't. So you have to listen to your gut. There's no good or bad here. But red chilies, the lesser you use them, the better.
Lifting heavy weight causes hernia.
No, not necessarily.
Fasting is the only way to clean your gut.
Not necessarily. Cleaning my gut, every time I pee and poop, my gut cleans itself. So I don't have to go through any detoxes. But fasting on an occasional basis is a great way to enhance the detoxification. So your cell autophagy happens better. So it's not something that is I'm anti, but you should be comfortable doing it and you should not be killing yourself to do it.
Supplements are the best source of probiotics.
You get probiotics from all the fiber that you eat is prebiotic, which is food for your probiotic. Diversity creates probiotic. Fermented vegetables create probiotics. So supplements are not the only source, Supplements can start the culture, but you have to sustain it with good food, sleep, hydration, and movement. All of it.
And we're done. Thank you so much for coming over and sharing such interesting insights about food. This is going to be my major takeaway. I hope that people find this really useful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. अगर आपको ये यूजफुल लगा हो और देखने में मजा आया हो, then do like and share. और अगर और ऐसे episodes जानने हो about health, we have lot more episodes here on this channel. Subscribe to Traya.